tell you how we got started on it. I injured my back, I guess it was 6 years ago. That's when I found out it was injured pretty bad. I have some herniated discs. And at that time we had a bunch of Arab horses here and we was trying to break them. And there was a girl in town that wanted to buy one, and her boyfriend, and she wanted to learn her how to ride. So I learned her how to ride in the arena here, and she wanted to go out on the trail to see how she could do. So I got on an old gentle horse and I rode out with her, and I found as soon as I got on the horse that my back quit aching. So I rode a lot that summer, and the next fall the sawmill was shut down due to poor lumber prices, and we went around and looked at some guest ranches in Cash Creek and 100 Mile House, and I decided that it might be a good thing for Thelma and I to try, because I was pretty well crippled. We might be able to make a few dollars, and we both have love for a horse. So we started the guest ranch, and first we had 6 horses the first year, and we had no cabins. And then we built the two cabins the first 2 years, and we increased our horse herd to 12. And then we got the 3rd cabin, and then we had our brochures out, and we went from there. And now we have 18 horses or 19 horses out here. We sold 2 just recently. We cut our herd down. But we always got to keep selling some of the older ones and buying newer ones and breaking some colts. And we've had a lot of fun. We've met people from all over the world, and I've enjoyed it. But it's been an exciting life for both of us. I guess we've been married for 36 years now, and we're still speaking to one another, and we still sit beside each other.
I was partly raised on a cow ranch myself when I was little, so I know all about chasing cows and branding calves and all that sort of thing. I've been riding a horse since I was 9. And of course, the couple of years we were married, we lived on a cattle ranch.
Tack room. It's where all your tack is kept. Your horses' names are on the wall. They're on the saddle racks here, so a person can see what horse or what saddle goes on what horse, and it makes our life a lot easier. Especially when we have other people helping us that don't know the horses and don't know the tack. You can say, well, Shauna has this horse. Come in and grab Shauna's saddle, and her bridle's up here. You can grab that bridle, and you know that tack goes on that horse. When you put a beginner on, you should explain a few things to them: how to set their stirrups, and how to hold their feet in the stirrups, and where to hold their lines, how to neck rein their horse, and go slow with them. A walk, because when we were babies, we walked before we ran. And you've got to learn to control your horse. And the only way you can control your horse is on a walk. And when you learn the control on a walk, you can start on a trot and then to a canter. And once you learn your control on the horse, you've got it made. Then you know your horse and what it can do and how much you can ride. And your balance has a lot to do with it. You've got to ride with the horse to have a good, smooth ride. Walk before you trot. I fell off quite a few horses. I've been bucked off. Fell off when I was a kid because I thought I was a cowboy and I could ride a horse on a run, and I fell off horse lots of times. Never seemed to hurt, but 40 years later it hurts quite a bit. Now, 60 years later it hurts a lot more. The ground has got harder. Most cowgirls, they ride horses for pleasure, or they barrel race. They do sheep tying, goat tying, stuff like that. And a lot of them do work on ranches. When Thelma and I worked out at Youngstown, Alberta, there was 2 of us, her and I. We had 150 head to 200 head out there, and we moved the cattle by ourselves, just her and I. And that's what I call a cowgirl. because they have cow sense. You have to have help, and you got to pay them. And I'm not grudging the help because I think we've had some good helpers here, but they still need to be paid. Well, we figure on about 1,200 bales to 1,400 bales a year. $14,000 that one year we paid, and last year was about $5,000, $6,000. All I know is George Bonatoul down here is the president of the ginseng company here, and he's telling me that ginseng has dropped from about $55 a pound down to $12 a pound. And when you look at the big large picture of ginseng, it costs about $60,000 an acre to grow a crop of ginseng in 5 years. You put the tarp on it, you plant it, you work the land, and then you cultivate it. So it's pretty costly. Then you pull your ginseng, you get a good crop that was selling around $180,000 per acre at $55 a pound. Now at $12 a pound, they're not even going to make their expense on it. They're going to lose. I like my horses, and I like the green pasture. I'd have a divorce if I grew ginseng. We enjoy meeting people, and we enjoy our horses. So that's kind of a retirement. It's probably a 14-hour day most days. Tourist business drops any more than it is now. Winding River Guest Ranch is going to have to wind its way down, because if there's no tourists, there's no sense of keeping 20 head of horses. And that's basic common sense, I guess. We want more family-oriented people, because we both appreciate kids. And there's nothing that makes you more pleased than to take a 6 or 7-year-old kid out on a horse. You might have to lead them when you leave here. By the time they get back, they're riding a horse by themselves and they got a smile on their face. And I don't think there's anything more pleasing than that. Good. Well, you come back again, eh?
I hope so, maybe.
Especially when you get a dozen kids or so. Now, when I made $100 a month clear between the two of us, we would do good. We've been in it 5 years, and our name is getting out there. People know us all over the world now. But we've had a few return customers from Germany. We had a few people hear from us from Seoul, Korea. We've had Americans come here that have heard from us in the States. We've had a lot of BC people from Vancouver, the Lower Mainland come here through the word of mouth. And I think that's the best thing on something like we're running here, a bed and breakfast guest ranch.
Yahoo!